This is a doctor's clinic in the centre of Switzerland's capital, Bern. The patients here are all long-term drug addicts. 210 patients come to this clinic every day, and what they're coming for is to get the drug they crave, heroin, prescribed by the state.
This is the pharmaceutical heroin that we get from a pharmaceutical firm somewhere in Switzerland. 1,300 patients in Switzerland are dependent on that heroin. It's a small group within the whole population of drug addicts of some 20 to 30,000 people. But if those 1,300 people wouldn't get their heroin anymore, that would be a very tragic situation. They are a heavily addicted group of people who have tried everything else and have failed in every other treatment, and if they wouldn't get this type of treatment, they would end up in the street again, in misery, in poverty, and many of them would also die.
When this 10-year experiment began, though, you and your colleagues said that prescribing heroin would stabilise your patients, and then at that point you would be able to talk to them about coming off the drug. That hasn't really happened, has it?
If you look at the history of people with 13 years of drug dependence, you cannot expect them to withdraw within half a year or something. They are suffering from a chronic relapsing disease. You cannot expect them to be healed within half a year.
What about the profile of heroin addicts? There's not, as far as I understand it, many new young heroin addicts in Switzerland. It's not a popular drug so much anymore.
Definitely, the image of heroin and heroin addiction, heroin consumption in the youth culture has changed. It was a very in and fashionable thing to do in the 80s and the early 90s. It definitely is not anymore. People who do take heroin, they have the image of losers, they have the image of junkies. Nobody thinks this is a good thing. It's no fun to go to a doctor or to an office like ours, to a clinic like ours, to get the heroin twice a day. So numbers of new users have definitely gone down in Switzerland.